Guys, Samsung is back again with one of the best mid-range device you can go for this year, and this is the Samsung Galaxy A56. And with the specs of this phone, you can even mistake it for a flagship device. That is how good this phone is. It has a flagship level software support, a sleek design, new chipset, brighter display, and even a more powerful selfie camera. But like I always tell you on my videos, for the fact that a phone brand says this phone is this, and this does not mean you should rush around and buy it. We have to check every spec, every feature of that particular phone to be sure the phone is what you going for. Okay, so before rushing around and buy this phone, ensure you watch this video to the very end. I talk about the battery, the performance, the camera, the chipset, every single thing about this phone. Okay, and guys, if you're a fan of gadget reviews like this, all you need to do is to click on the like button and also subscribe to my channel, because right on my channel I talk about everything relating to your gadgets, and I'm sure you will not miss that out. Okay, so once you've subscribed to this channel, let's continue to the main deal of this phone. We'll be starting out with the unboxing. Right here in the box, we have just the phone, the SIM ejector pin, and the charging cable. We don't have any briefcase, we don't have any other thing like apes and all, just like we see on either the Infinix Note 50 Pro or the common 40 Pro, right? And this is quite, I would like say, annoying these days, where you spend a lot on phone only to find out that you have to go and start buying a charging brick outside, or probably the case outside, when the company could have just given the original Follow-com charging brick, which is very strong and helps the battery. So but this is Samsung, this is how they've always done their stuff, well, for quite some time now. So we'll just give it as a bummer for them. There is no charging brick, there is no case, there is no earpiece. And I'm talking about the common 40 Pro and the Infinix Note 50 Pro. Okay, I'm going to make a review, compare these three phones to see the best one you should go for, because as of now, we have the Samsung Galaxy A56, we have the Tecno Camon 40 Pro, we have the Infinix Note 50 Pro, and all these are one of the best, budget phone you can go for this year, the best mid-range device this year. Okay, we also have the Tecno Camon 40 Premier, the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus. Yes, all these phones, you're going to see them on my channel where I compare every one of them and tell you which one to go for. Okay, I will do that right now. So all you need to do, like I said, is to just subscribe to this channel and you'll get notified once I make those videos. Okay, so now to the design. How does this phone look and feel? The Galaxy A56 may not be so much of a different design from what we've been seeing in the previous phones, but definitely this is a level up. We are getting a clean aluminum frame that feels premium in the hand, and on the back we have Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. Guys, this is a flagship durability on a mid-range phone. It also has IP67 water and dust rating. So what this means is your phone can actually survive if it falls inside water mistakenly. Please, when you get a phone, brand new or used, do not try the water resistant test of that phone. Okay, let all this happen by mistake, but if you were to submit your phone inside water for some time, it is going to survive. However, this is not the best in the market. We have the Tecno Camon 40 Pro with the IP68/69 water and dust resistant. The same thing with the Realme C75, where we have the IP69 water and dust tight resistant. And the funny thing about this is, these ones I mentioned right now, they are even way more affordable than this Samsung Galaxy A56. So I think we can just go with this IP67. It's still manageable for a mid-range device, though I am not satisfied with it. Also, Samsung switched things up by merging the triple camera layout into a single subtle camera island. A small touch, but it gives the phone a more polished and unified look. I love how the camera is now. It looks very much premium. Just let me know in the comment section what you think of the new design on the Samsung Galaxy A56. Now, off the display, this is where things get interesting on this phone. The A56 packs a 6.7-inch OLED display, which is slightly larger than the previous model, which is the A55. It is still rocking, the sweet 120Hz refresh rate, so everything from scrolling to animation looks buttery smooth. But come on, the Infinix Note 50 Pro has 144Hz refresh rate this year. Well, let's proceed. You're also getting a 1080p resolution, HDR10 Plus support, and the same Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the front. But the real kicker, Samsung has boosted the peak brightness to over 1200 nits when auto brightness kicks in. Okay, so this means if you're going to press this phone in a very bright environment under the sun and all, you can clearly see what you are typing. But comparing this to the Tecno Camon 40 Pro and the Infinix Note 50 Pro, come on. In short, I'll stop comparing Samsung Galaxy A56 to other mid-range devices here. I'll just create special videos, on my channel right here. So after this video, I'm going to create Samsung Galaxy A56 versus the Infinix Note 50 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 40 Pro. Yes, so they can see the best one to go for this year. I'll also talk about, the Samsung Galaxy A56 again versus the Tecno Camon 40 Premier. Yes, versus the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G. Yes, I'm going to compare this, I'll make 2 more videos comparing all these phones so you can see the best one to go for. Okay, so let's just go straight to the, the remaining review of the Samsung Galaxy A56. Now for the bezels, this is actually slimmer than last year's one. But the Infinix Note 50 Pro, look at those bezels. Wow, I've done it again. Well, what can I say? I have to just talk about every other mid-range device while trying to tell you if this is the best, fit or if it is worth your money today. But let's move on to this one, which is the speaker and the security. For the audio, Samsung gives you stereo speakers which has improved bass. The sound is very clean, it is loud and balanced. So if you're watching movies, you are playing games, or you're listening to music, you're going to enjoy the sound quality coming out from this Samsung Galaxy A56. Infinix has JBL speaker on it. And we all know how massive JBL speaker is. Don't worry, I'm going to create a special video for that. Just relax. Smart tips, relax. Okay, I'm relaxed. No problem. Yeah, we're good. Hey. Now for the security. So it uses this optical on-display fingerprint sensor. Yes, and also the passcode. Let's talk about the storage and software. So you have either the 128 gig or the 256 gig storage version. And guys, it does not have any memory card slots. This is a bummer. I think most mid-range devices this year did not come with a micro SD card slot. What is happening? And most of them stopped at 256 gig storage. So let's say you make videos like myself on your phone, your storage is going to get filled up fast and your phone will start hanging, start lagging and overheating. Because see, no matter the kind of phone you're using, trust me, even if it's the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the Galaxy is a 9 Pro XL, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and your phone gets filled up, you're going to notice that your phone starts overheating, it starts lagging, it starts, you just start having issues because it is filled up. But I think you just have to manage the storage if you'll be going for this phone by the end of this video. Now for the software, this came out with the Android 15 and the One UI 7 out of the box. Now I am just so happy about this One UI 7 because I'm currently using my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra to shoot this video and I don't even have the One UI 7 yet. But this mid-range device already has the One UI 7 out of the box. This is actually very amazing. And not just that, it is promised years worth of updates, over 6 years. Man, I'm not sure I've seen any mid-range device having this kind of software updates before, to be frank. Like even the Tecno and the Infinix I'm comparing it with is about 3 or 2 years worth of Android updates. So you can see the massive difference on this one. This is actually, it sums up for the Samsung Galaxy A56. I'm happy about this. Now to the AI. It feels like this year, 2025, all phone brands, the mid-range, the A-level, the flagship, said they must take part in this AI of a thing, right? Because I've seen AI on the Tecno, even the Itel, Infinix, Samsung. So even this A56 also has its own AI. And with this, you have the AI Select, which helps you pull text and images directly from the screen, create wallpapers and GIFs. And there's a built-in object eraser in the Gallery app, plus Google Gemini, which has its own massive AI. Now, there is one major AI feature that you do not get on the Samsung Galaxy A56, which is Samsung DeX. Yes, so Samsung just left this feature for only the flagship devices. So if you're getting this phone, do not expect the Samsung DeX, okay? Now for the performance. So the A56 uses this Exynos 1580 chip. I don't know why they did not probably use a stronger chipset or even the Snapdragon. Even if it's Snapdragon of 3 to 4 years ago, where we have on the S23 or the S22, it is still going to be better than this they added over here. Because I had to make research on the top 200 most powerful chipset on a smartphone this year. Guess what number this Exynos 1580 came out? Just guess in the comment section, tell me. Well, this came out as number 34 as one of the most powerful chipsets on a smartphone. Now, why I'm not impressed is because the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus and the Tecno Camon 40 Premier have their chipsets way higher than this A56, right? And these three phones are actually around the same pricing. So imagine, but regardless of the number, this chipset is on the list of the most powerful chipset on a smartphone this year. I think this can still handle, a lot of tasks, honestly, yes. Okay, your day-to-day activities, obviously it should, and it can handle it. Right? If you're a gamer, it can handle your gaming very well. Yes. Now, even if you're a pro gamer, this chipset will handle your pro gaming very well, but after a few months, right, of usage, it may start maybe either lagging or hanging, okay? But it is still going to handle your gaming very well. That is how strong the chipset is, okay? But like I said, it's not the strongest in the market, even for a mid-range device this year. Now for the battery and charging, this has 5000 mAh battery, and once this is fully charged, you can use this phone for around 12 hours before it goes to zero once it is fully charged. So I think this is actually a very nice one for a mid-range device where you have to press your phone from morning. Let's say you wake up by 12 a.m. you can press on your phone till 12 p.m. and it is still good. And for the charging, this supports 45 watts fast charging. This means that within 30 minutes, you can charge your phone from 0 to 65%. And within about, let's say, 1 hour, 13 minutes or 15 minutes, your phone is full to 100%. So it's quite fast. But again, comparing it to the Infinix Note 50 Pro that has 90 watts fast charging, I won't compare until I get to that video. Guys, see, you need to watch that video. I'm going to compare these phones. You're going to see the real deal. Yes, and you will love it. Now, off to the camera. What can this phone shoot? What can it take? This has 3 cameras behind it, which is the 50MP wide camera, 12MP ultra wide camera, and 5MP macro camera. And for the selfie camera, this makes use of 32MP camera lens. Okay, and the previous if is 5 minutes of 12MP. So from 12 to 32 is like a massive upgrade. Yes, I think this is nice. And now leaving the whole MP, 50MP, 32MP aside, look at the shots on the Galaxy A56. You can see how amazing this looks. Like, this is actually very clean. This is actually very neat. It takes nice shots very well. The selfie looks better, it looks sharper, and the colors look more natural. If you're shooting in daylight, you get a vibrant and detailed picture. But guys, do not expect, a flagship level camera. Like, do not compare the A56 to, let's say, even the Samsung S23 Ultra. Yes, do not even compare it, because a flagship is always a flagship. But as you've seen on the screen, the pictures taken on this phone is actually amazing. Now, for the video quality, this is where this phone also takes another win, because it shoots in 4K at 30 FPS. But guys, when you're shooting in 4K at 30 FPS, this means, the size of the video is going to be bigger. And now that's going to impact on your storage, which is just 256 gig maximum. So when it wins here, it's kind of a bomber over this other side. Now, to the price and my final verdict, if you should go for this phone. So looking at everything, honestly, everything on this phone is amazing. Now, forget the fact that I was comparing it to the Tecno, the Infinix and all. Looking at the features here, it's actually amazing. But now looking at the price point of this phone, I saw this phone in slot websites at around 640,000 naira. Wow, this is much for a mid-range device. 640k. If you had to ask me, smart tips, would you go for this phone if you had 640 to spend on the phone? Trust me, my answer will be no. I would not go for this phone. I would rather go for the base Samsung S23, or probably look at the S22 maybe Plus or the S23 Ultra to see how much it is. I would rather go for those phones, even if I can get it brand new or used, because the S22 base model still packs more feature than this, Galaxy A56. Okay, so you see what I told you, a flagship is always a flagship device, right? So I will just have to compare the price and see the ones to go for. So, but in my next video, I'm going to be comparing this was, like I said, the Samsung Galaxy A56 versus the Infinix Note 50 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 40 Pro. Yes, that is one video. And another one I'm going to talk about is the Samsung Galaxy A56, the Tecno Camon 40 Premier. Yes, like the boss of the whole Tecno Camon 40 series, and the Infinix Note 50 Pro plus 5G, the same as the boss of all the Infinix Note 50 series. Yes, I will create those two videos. So if you want to see those videos, let me know in the comment section and I will create that just for you. And just to lock your answer in, just give this video a thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification icon so that when I create that video or those videos, you'll be the first to get notified, okay? So guys, I will see you in the next video.